Welcome everybody to the Join Dota League season number 4. It is the Division 1 and 2 playoffs, the very last game for it for the Asian Division, MiTH Trust versus Underminer Regal. So, coming into this, whoever loses will stay in Division 2, whoever wins this one will get to Division 1. This is the last game for this playoff. MiTH Trust, probably on paper, have to be the favorites. Of course, running with quite a couple of stand-ins, but he has been standing in occasionally for MiTH Trust, and Kaneki has been there for, I'd say, at least the past or previous like 5 series I've seen MiTH play. So Kaneki at least is kind of like a regular stand-in by now. You can think of him as a proper member for it. But Feimao, I at least recall that profile picture here a little bit. That's about it though. As for Regal, I mean, they have a stand-in, but Cloud also played for them when they were going up against Kingdom in the previous round. So Cloud also might be like a member in the making for Regal. As for looking at the drafts, Faceless Void and Juggernaut banned out by MiTH, Axe together with the Naga Siren taken out by Regal, but Brewmaster Disruptor at the beginning for MiTH, of course Disruptor excellent hero up against the IO that Regal went for, and Regal themselves, on top of the IO, picking themselves up a Vengeful Spirit, so a double support start. Vengeful Spirit at least will have some kind of lockdown to try to deal with the Brewmaster, but of course MiTH, can't say it's all that surprising, but the Tiny is now banned out. So it's just no IO Tiny combination. Of course, IO can go for multiple combinations, like a Gyrocopter, Phantom Assassin, even a Medusa isn't all that bad in all fairness. So we'll see what Regal want to partner up. I'm always keeping my fingers crossed for some Chaos Knight. But unfortunately, for me, it almost never happens. I mean, Chaos Knight is too rare of a pick, even with the IO being there. Although I do think it could be a worthwhile choice. Just a solid stun coming out, or let's say minimum 2-second stun on level 4, the Chaos Bolt. But you can also roll high, get the 4-second stun instead. But Medusa is the ban from Regal themselves. And now Phantom Assassin taken out, so I guess Phantom Assassin and Tiny probably the more popular combinations with the IO at the moment. I mean, Tiny probably has to be the scariest just because of his immense pushing power as well once he gets the Aghanim Scepter. Also him just being innately tanky. Phantom Assassin, he won't have the greatest of HP pools, whereas Tiny kind of will. Just Aghanim Scepter first of all gives us some pretty great survivability in itself already. So we'll just see. We shall see how it's gonna end up. But Regal now, are they gonna take out another core? I mean, Medusa is already a worthwhile ban, I guess, in most cases. Medusa definitely a popular enough hero, but they might be considering something like a Morphling ban or an Anti-Mage possibly. I think Morphling might be a little bit scarier in the sense that, well, to be honest, both heroes are hard to lock down, but they're gonna ban out an Ancient Apparition instead, and of course, that ban completely led into this Morphling. Because it's actually not too bad of a choice even, I'd have to say. I mean, Morphling IO is decent-ish. Of course, the Morphling might even be like a solo mid laner with somebody else taken out for the IO partner as the safe lane. But Morphling, just an elusive hero. I mean, Static Storm can lock you down, but if you have if you have the Morph activated from beforehand, you're gonna be perfectly fine with that. So, Morphling not a bad hero, and of course, it also denies MiTH Trust the possibility to go for that, but MiTH, usually when it really matters for them, when they're like wanting to go for a kind of secure win, they do pick up the Anti-Mage. Lakil's, all in all, a great carry player. I mean, it doesn't really matter which hero he gets his hands on. He is kind of like the miracle of MiTH Trust, pretty much. Although Miracle most of the time stands out a little bit more. Lakels is definitely well versed in the just carry role. He's been playing it for so long, so it's not all that surprising in all fairness. As for now, the Doombringer is the pick for MiTH Trust. So Regal, what might we see from them? They do need an offlaner, Centaur is available, even a Tidehunter, but Tidehunter, I have to say I've seen really little amounts of Tidehunter being played as Regal. Going for a Razor now, getting some just extra power I guess. Also Razor pretty decent against the Brewmaster mid lane, for example. But MiTH picking up the Anti-Mage now. Can't say it's all that surprising. Anti-Mage versus Morphling. Late game, there is the slight advantage to the Morphling in the sense that you can replicate the Anti-Mage, so you're gonna have a life-sized Anti-Mage pretty much wreck the fight on top of what you already have. But MiTH Trust for them, the Doombringer will play a huge part in this. If you can doom up a Morphling, for example, and completely make it so that he won't do anything, it might be easy wins for them in the fights. Of course, it's just late game. It also will come down to like how much farm somebody has. Sometimes the games drag out, yet one team is like 20k something net worth ahead. The one thing Regal, of course, don't have is just huge amounts of lockdown to deal with the Anti-Mage. All they would have is an Adaptive Strike. But now that I think about it, I'm not too sure if it was Regal. Then again, at the moment they already have their other two supports, but I did see in this just past week, I cannot remember for the life of me which game it was, but there was a support Morphling, and support Morphling with Adaptive Strike, if you have 50% more strength than agility, your Adaptive Strike on the max level is 4.25 seconds of stun. So it's pretty much like an instant arrow being cast. It was like an Arcane Boots Blink Morphling. It did sick work, to be honest. Although this game, I don't think they would want to have like the Vengeful Spirit as a core instead of the Morphling, so probably not gonna happen, but for a second I thought like, that's not too bad of a stun to deal with the Anti-Mage. But Regal, they don't have massive burst. I guess like Waveform Plasma Field is decent, but still not the greatest. Which means that this Anti-Mage might have an absolute free time, as Regal, they do go for the center now as the last one. But rather was the ban from MiTH Trust, so kind of forcing the hand for Regal there. Unless they wanted to go for a tide, but center, definitely nice, just blink hoof dump, set things up. The additional lockdown that might be necessary to kill the Anti-Mage. Early on, Anti-Mage isn't all that tanky, even with like one or more points into spell shield. With the center +1, they can still bring down the Anti-Mage, possibly when the center has the double edge maxed, but MiTH going for the Lion now. So that's a pretty nice lockdown for themselves. Immediate Hex against the Morphling. Nice against the Replicates as well, of course. If you find the Replicate out randomly, just Hex it straight away. As now Regal, they have their hands full probably with Lakel's having that Anti-Mage. Doombringer also some additional late game. Brewmaster, depending on the item choices, can also be kind of a threat even in the later stages of the game. But Underminer, they themselves have some pretty decent late game of their own, of course, the Morphling and the Razor. They don't have the greatest of IO partners, so I'm interested to see how well they're gonna be able to make the IO work with the relocates and everything. I guess between like having Replicates and Relocate, there's quite a lot of global presence coming out. Center also to help out globally with that Stampede, but having said that, we're gonna head into the game, or we're already rather in the game. So for the side of Regal, boys playing the IO, leaving Visem on the Morphling, with JNY taking up the duties on the Centaur Warrunner, CK on the Vengeful Spirit, and the last one will be Cloud on the Razor. As for MiTH, Fei Mao playing the Disruptor, leaving Kaneki on the Lion, with MyPro of course, the usual mid laner for MiTH, on the Brewmaster, as he is the offlane Doombringer, and that leaves Lakel's of course on the Anti-Mage. Who else to play that hero for this lineup? So looks like both sides will or possibly should get one rune each. MiTH just focusing on the bottom rune, a little bit funny because usually it's just both go for the safe lane rune. As Lakel's, he gets found, the Hoofstomp comes out, Magic Missile to follow Waveform as well, they even might get the kill. Nope, he gets the blink out, just tanky enough with that Stout Shield being there, but that was cutting things close, I do have to say. And now, does he back all the way home? Does he have a healing cell? Trying to eat a tango? Well, he has 7 tangos, so I guess he should be fine. Definitely wouldn't want to miss the early XP. But Kaneki, together with Fei Mao, already rotating back top. So it's gonna be a tri-lane, a center tri-lane of all. IO, not the greatest in aggressive tri-lanes to be honest, but then again, he is going for that really early bottle, just rushing it straight out, not a single item purchased beforehand. So it might not even be all that bad, as IO, he's exchanging right clicks with Lion. Lion, he has slightly better damage plus a minor extra additional amount of armor, so that harass war boys will not win. And as we can see already, just lost more than half of his HP. Come on, share one tango to him. CK. Oh, Earthspike comes out, Chainway takes a lot of damage, but Kaneki gets stunned in return. So no follow-up for now. Just eating tangos. Buying up stuff. At least Chainway rather low on mana himself until Boys comes in with the bottle. Boys, of course, not yet level 2, so he cannot really use any of his mana. So he has to be a little bit careful of how they use the just tether regeneration. Because if you're full yourself, just over like heal or over mana. Oh, there's the Earthspike again. A nice hoof stomp, but will it even be enough? Center drops extremely low to Thunderstrike. Lakels, he might get first blood. I think he will. The tether slow though. My god, the tether slow. He only needed one more right click. Chainway has the healing salve not cancelled yet. Can they chase somebody down? Nope. CK wouldn't go for the magic missile. Although with the magic missile, I think they would have gotten a kill. CK, he's gonna go for it, but blink out from Lakels before. That was a little bit too obvious with the just creep wave coming in like that. Still though, Regal, they do not give away first blood, so that's, I'd say, pretty important even. So no first bloods have exchanged hands. No first blood drawn yet. But if you look at the other lanes, for example, it is Cloud up against Doombringer. And it's a 1v1 matchup, yet Doombringer has 3 last hits. He's even gone to eat 1 creep in the jungle. So that's just the power of his static link. Razor can easily chase down Doom, at least when Doom doesn't activate the Scorched Earth. And you really don't want to randomly activate Scorched Earth. You at least want to get the benefit from actually the movement speeds to maybe escape a clutch situation or just the health regeneration. And as you can see, Cloud going in once again with the static link. Easy 56 points of damage stolen. Back to last hitting. Easy denies as well. 13 and 10 compared to a 3 and 0. So far Razor, he's playing this lane exactly as it should. Mid lane though, Brewmaster up to 13 last hits compared to Morphling's 10. Morphling though, gonna stack up the medium camp here. Although does fail with the timing of it, unfortunately for him. But top lane, still no kills happening. Center though in last hits, 16 and 5 compared to the 7 and 0 of Anti-Mage. So the laning choice of Regal so far has worked out perfectly fine for them. They even went to contest a pull, so not giving too much free XP away to MiTH there. IO being level 2 has himself 1 point into the overcharge. Of course, overcharge is a guaranteed loss of mana and health of your own. So if you have your bottle, you can guaranteed at least get something with the tether going into the guy you're tethered to. But now supports, they're rotating around for MiTH. They're like, screw this, Lakels, he can handle his own. He has done so in the past. This lane, of course, not as easy to do so, but at least he's getting levels if nothing else. Morphling though might be an easy target for the first blood. Not bottling up yet, a little bit greedy in a sense that if he got caught now, he wouldn't even have enough mana for a waveform. Now though, trying to go for a rune, which is there for MyPro. Even waveform used from Ysem. Lakers, he comes in immediate tether slow, but boys, might be in a lot of trouble. Thunderclap connects, a few more punches. I think it's gonna do the trick. Tether movement speed though, minus armor from CK gonna come in. Waveform over in the meantime, MyPro a little bit low, but he comes in with the haste rune as well. It's 5 heroes for MiTH. Dude! Oh, but CK Venture Spirit, he hung around for too long. Hex, ensnared up as well. Io cannot save him possibly. And Io might lose his own life. He still has the haste rune. Only 1 punch is all it took. So, the supports of Regal, Io should have just backed off, and Vengeful should not have stuck around for that long as well just to get hexed. So, easy 2 kills for MiTH. Throwing the first blood. If you look at the lanes and the farm, it's still going in the way of Regal. In most lanes, but at least MiTH making slightly up for it now. Anti-Mage has 900 gold. Poor man's shield as well. I think Boot should be the next order of business, unless he does want to go for a Hand of Midas. Lakels is a player who is known to go for Midas, and I guess the start being slightly slower, it might even be worth it, but he did draw first blood and was a participant of the secondary kill as well, so some pretty nice gold coming in from there, at least making up for at least some of his lack of last hits. I mean, if you look at the net worth, he is still number 5, but it could be a hell of a lot worse, man. A hell of a lot worse. Now Chainway just throws out the double edge. No tranquil boots for him yet. Might be going for a straight off just blink rush. 1300 gold towards it already if he wants to go for that one. As Lakels picks up the Ring of Hell. So that's gonna help him quite nicely to stay in lane. Especially up against just even a double edge spam of Centaur. Feimao though, pinged out, not yet level 3, so doesn't even have the glimpse. He's gonna hit level 3 once one creep dies, but level 1 glimpse in most cases isn't even enough really. versus mid lane. 21 and 7 on the Morphling now compared to 27 and 7 MiPro. Pulling slightly farther ahead, has the bottle boots. Might be going for it with that Blink Rush also. Blink Thunderclap, of course. IO main, 492 HP, 0 armor. You're just not gonna survive that jump. You might with a nice tether out, but it's just gonna be so low that you might not be able to do anything else. IO does have a full bottle at the moment completely. So gonna be able to help the center quite a lot if the center should ever even be in trouble. Looking at the jungle though, he farming up some stacks with the tornado that he got from the Wild Wing. As Cloud has himself face boots now, gonna go for that mech next by the looks of it, has picked up the headdress. So at least Underminer, they're gonna have a rather early mech to work with. If you look at the early graphs though, it is pretty much zeroed out XP, more or less so as well. So if you look at the last hits, you can see Regal just being ahead, but first blood and another kill just completely evening things out for now. Regal of course, once chain Y specifically gets a blink dagger on the center, the kill ratio should definitely change. Of course level 6 wouldn't hurt either, just stampede, slow people down. Even Lakel's might not be too hard of a target, if only center had slightly more levels and spell shield. Didn't even do, or not spell shield, but the double edge didn't even do that much with the spell shield being there. Just one value point into it. Already completely worth it. I mean, it gets the most percentage wise. Because every other point you put into it, it's like 8% extra. Whereas you just start with plus 26. So definitely good value point coming out there. 44 points of 4% of magic resistance. So the double edge, which otherwise does 400, more or less is reduced to only 200 against the anti-mage. Slightly more of course, but just a rough estimate. Still though, no kills, apart from the 2 that happened earlier. Now the Hand of Midas picked up 8 minutes in, actually not that bad. Doombringer definitely making great work just in the jungle, great progress. And now suddenly 3 heroes on the bottom side of the map from MiTH. Top lane though, they see Lakel's, but can they really punish him? Stampede comes out, Magic Missile will not get dodged for now, but I think Lakel should be able to blink out. 3 seconds on cooldown, there's the blink hoofstomp. Double edge, is it gonna be enough? Nope, spell shield, too freaking strong. Wisp Spirits didn't all connect. Had all Wisp Spirits come out in a row, would have been the kill, but Lakel's once again just gets himself to safety with an easy blink. Of course, Poorman shield, reducing quite a lot of physical damage coming in. Now though, there's a Doom on the Doombringer. Gonna come in, has that smoke, easy Doom on to Visem. Should be a kill as well. Famao has the glimpse, only level 1, but Blink Thunderclap from MiPro. Make it free for 0. Regal themselves, unable to find kills, but not an issue for MiTH, and somebody just got glimpsed back, I think. Yeah, somebody got glimpsed. As anti-mage, oh god, even gets a kill on Oyo. Okay then, 4-0 for MiTH. Things aren't looking that bad at all, man. Earlier on, before the kills started happening, laning was extremely in the favor of Regal, to be honest. Just pretty much winning 2 lanes and mid lane was kind of a wash, rather even between the Morphling and Brewmaster, but MiTH, they're just a little bit better off with the aggression, I guess. Anti-mage, of course, maybe a slightly harder kill to get in most cases anyway, but mid lane now. MiPro, he might be in some trouble, never mind. Vengeful Spirit not even gonna get close enough for a Magic Missile, and even if he did, MiPro would still have the Primal Split. So 4-0, 10 minutes in. Razor still the highest farmer, but oh, Blink Hoofstop, it misses! Oh god. JNY just a little bit short of landing it on the Lion. Lion would have been an easy kill, but Lakel's wants to go for Boys again. Only 1 point into mana break though, so it's not gonna be as fast, but Boys, he's completely locked in. Nothing to tether to by the looks of things, and well, Lakel's gets another solo kill. Easy blink out, gonna pressure the tier 1 on top of everything. I'm at a lack for words. 5-0. I did not expect things to go like this. CK does come in, but is it even a wise choice? Lakel's like, yeah, screw this, I'm gonna go for a kill, guys. I have my mana void, trusty mana void. Nope, not gonna chase for too long. A TP coming in as well, it's only the Aya though. Lakel's just blink out and it's gonna be fine. As in the bottom lane, her spike, it catches on Cloud. Blink Thunderclap to follow. Finger of Death was used, Boulder Toss, but the Stampede gets Cloud just far enough, I think. Or is it even gonna be enough? The Panda's trying to chase him down, the Fire Panda, the burn is going on. And what? Oh, complete whiff with that micro there. Cloud, nice just jukes, nice dodges. Nice boulder toss though onto the Morphling, so MiPro, he should still be safe because of the blink out. But Razor does survive thanks to a nice usage of JNY Stampede. But him having used the Stampede means that he won't have it now for another 60 seconds and counting. So MiTH, if they want to go for some more aggression, they could easily do so. Magic Wand in the meantime, I do believe. Yes, Magic Wand purchased up by MiPro. That is mid lane. Are we gonna see JNY finish up those Tranquil Boots? He would have enough gold soon enough if we wanted to go for those. Nice sentry though, at least coming out, so something going in the way of Regal. But Lakels, he jumps on boys again, boys! Just can't do anything at all, has to go to the creep wave, but it's not like he's in a hell of a better situation. Tries to juke, but hard to juke when your enemy has vision of you properly. Lakels, still going, but there's a creep wave coming. I think boys might survive this one. Has another tether. Oh, no Doom! I'm not too sure if he didn't want to use it, but he got the defusal. Not the defusal, but oh, never mind. Boys had just enough mana. Lakels now, he's stunned up. He's gonna go down. Boys, the jukes, the bottle charges. 11 HP was what separated from him, him from death. Bison fighting himself a region ruin solo kills. Going a little bit too deep, and Doombringer, he did use that purge to slow down the IO, which almost was enough to get the kill, but I just think even using the Doom there might have been well worth it. I guess they didn't expect Regal to actually come and help the IO. But I don't know, still not level 6 though. 12 minutes in, it's gonna be a rather slow level 6 to be honest. I mean, even Vengeful is already 6. It's just that low participation in kills. IO has died 3 times as well. Wisem now, he's in some trouble. Yep, the Glimpse stops the TP. My god, he's gonna get hexed up. Earthspike level 3 to follow. Even the Static Storm is there to make sure that no shenanigans happen. Waveform, and not gonna come out. Kinetic Field keeps him in the Static Storm. So a huge kill once again going in the way of MiTH. Thinking Regal, they might find some sort of trade. The Glyph is available for MiTH. Come on, use the Glyph, MiTH! Glyph! Oh no! Okay. They used it straight after the tower died, so I guess they forgot about it to begin with. And now using it was an epic waste to be honest. Otherwise, you use it and the tier 1 dies. Or with the death of every tier 1, I should say, the Glyph, the Fortify refreshes itself. But of course, since it was used straight after the tower went down, now it just means that another tier 1 tower might be in some peril soon enough. Lakels though has the Perseverance, no other parts yet completed, so it's not gonna be like the fastest Battle Fury on Earth, but considering how the laning started for him, it's gonna be within a pretty competitive timing nonetheless. I mean, he did finish up Power Trust beforehand as well, so it's not like he's going for a Battle Fury rush. Lion in the meantime up to 1.2k gold also. If Lion gets the Blink Hex is just gonna do so much against Regal. Especially should they get the Blink Hex onto the Razor and manage to burst him down before he even gets his mech off, for example. But tier 2 already under heavy siege for Regal, and well, this is where not having a Glyph comes into play. MiTH, they might be forced to come in and react. He would definitely love to have a Blink beforehand, but well, what can you do if you just are lacking gold a little bit? But he has the Devour, has the Hand of Midas to use, so he's gonna get that Blink soon enough. If that's even the item choice for him. In the meantime, Disruptor does have a level 3 Glimpse to try to chase people down, but Tower is denied, so MiTH, at least they get that much done, but losing just a tier 1 and tier 2 this early on like that, it's just not the greatest maybe play from MiTH, but they just need to buy some space for the anti-mage, so I guess they're accomplishing that as Magic Missile, easy dodge with the Blink. Just Blinks so strong. Regal, they have a Blink of their own, but so far Centaur has been kind of underwhelming. I mean, he got the Blink Dagger even fairly early on. Even then, just nothing much has happened with it. As Kaneki up to 1.8k gold, wow. That's pretty massive for a Lion, in all fairness. I mean, has he really been farming up the jungle? He must have had like a lane to himself, or somebody farming up the Ancients and him getting all the last hits. Certainly feels like it, but he's gonna go for a solo kill Morphling. He does die. Hex, Earthspike, and a Finger of Death to follow, and that is exactly the Blink goal for Lion now. So, a support Lion, solo killing an enemy core. Not fun times for Regal at the moment. So look at the graphs. Oh, Blink, Doom comes out onto Cloud, but the Stampede is there. Glimpse back, of course, into the boulder toss he goes. Swap from CK. They're trying so desperate to save Cloud, but the Static Storm comes out. It's gonna buy some extra time, boys. Gonna heal up Cloud as much as he can. He has the boulder charges, but it's not gonna be enough. Too many targets. Blink Hooftop only lands on one, but with the help of the Magic Missile being level 3, they get the kill. Funny enough, no Vengeance Aura yet, but It's still gonna be a 2-for-1, maybe if my pro, never mind. He gets a blink out before the Wisp Spirits connect on him. So it was a 2-for-1, or 1-for-1 in the mid lane, but still support for core will work for MiTH, and also space created once again. Lakel's gonna have his Battle Fury finished soon enough. If he gets the tower lasted, he's gonna have enough for the broadsword. And looks like he might get it. The glyph is still there, there's the glyph. Fortification is used, so at least that won't go to waste. But Lakel's still getting some hefty amount of gold. TP coming in, but he's just gonna kill off the tower. Needs to wait another 17 seconds or get elasted, and he's gonna have that Battle Fury finished. So about 17 minutes in, with power treads, not too bad at all. I mean, they have destroyed 2 tier 1s, which definitely helps out. But now, who's gonna stop Lakel's? And it's not like Doombringer is farming bad himself, getting like an 8-minute MiTH or so. 8 minutes 20 seconds I think it was, 21 seconds maybe. But that's just gonna be some crazy amounts of farm, in all fairness, coming out. As Razor is going for the Aghanim Scepter though, so they definitely know that they, or it would be better for them to end this game early rather than late. But tier 1 will be destroyed, so Regal, they're at least getting something themselves. I mean, destroyed 3 towers already. Safe lane tier 1 though, funny enough, hasn't sustained all that much damage. But man, Blink Lion is going to be so scary. 2 points into Hex as well. Usually Lions build like maxing out Earth Spike, then leaving Hex and Mana Drain at 1, of course. But Mana Drain usually is the secondary spell to max. It depends, I guess, somewhat against or on what you're up against. Also, having a lower Hex cooldown, not too shabby either. So if you think you're just doing well enough on mana, you might as well max out Hex first. 12-second cooldown is huge. Of course, mana costs 200. But there's a smoke from Hehe and Feimao. They have the Doom, they have the Glimpse to just keep people in range. But who's he gonna do? Is he gonna go for Poise or Razor? There's the Earth Spike, Doom up onto the Razor, Finger of Death into Poise, easy 1 kill. Kinetic Field does come out to keep Cloud in place. So that was pretty huge. In the meantime, Vengeful, they do find Lakel's. So finally they get the proper kill with the center, or with the help of the center. So that's pretty nice as well, but even if you kill the Anti-Mage, I still think MiTH comes out ahead there. Brewmaster even picks up a Vladimir's Offering to help out the Anti-Mage, and even the Doombringer a little bit further. With Regal, they don't have the craziest amount of physical damage for now, but bonus armor is never a bad thing. Also, you can go for a rather easy Roche with having the lifesteal from that Vlad. As Doombringer, how close is he to the Aghanims? Still needs 3 components for it. But with the rate that he's farming at, it's not going to take him that long, in all fairness. Just 3-0 and freeing the KDA. Head of MiTH, Devour. That guy should be just a gold machine. So MiTH, or Regal rather, at least they managed to kill Lakel's once, but it's not going to slow him down too horribly, I think. Looking at the graphs, about a 5k net worth lead, 6,000 in XP as well for MiTH. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon unless Regal really manage to just brute force their way through. Maybe waiting for the Aghanims on Cloud is what they're doing, but if you're not getting towers, Razor isn't that great of a farmer. I mean, he's definitely not the worst either, it's because he does have the Plasma Field to help out. But even then, just Razor doesn't really flash farm all that well. You cannot compare him to like maybe a Shadow Fiend who has the Shadow Races to work with, or, well, in this game, the Anti-Mage. Just blinks from camp to camp, easy Battle Fury cleave. 1400 now on the Anti-Mage. Manta Style, I assume to be the next item of choice. As Y-Pro, trying to pressure the tier 2, at least makes it so that the creep wave will go in. He's not going to endanger himself by going next to the tower and hitting away at it. That's Invis Doom. Is he going to find something? At the moment he's going to find the sentry in the top lane. The relocate comes out, Lakel's. He's going to die once again. That is huge. That is freaking mammoth. So just, I'm not too sure if it was the magic missile to set things up or if it was the blink hoof stomp as he now. He still sees Chain. Why is he gonna doom him? Oh no, Force Step comes out for. He's gonna doom Cloud instead. But they're not gonna be able to catch up, I think. Or let's connect. Oh, blink, Earth Spike onto 2. Hex to follow as well. Finger of Death still on cooldown for 6 damn seconds. Is he gonna get the kill? Glimpse back onto Chain. Why? Thunderstrike, blink. 1 right click, Cloud. He's still alive. Now the mech comes out as the doom ends. And they can even fight maybe until Primal Split comes out. Is he gonna even catch up to anybody? Boulder Toss from a what a long range. CK will be an easy kill. Blink forward from he as well, or will he be an easy kill? Nope. IO, heal is too strong now. Cloud, he's up in the air. Bison, he's gonna join the fight on the Morphling as well. Creates the replicate, they're gonna go for the Feimao. They're gonna get the 1 kill. Is he gonna go down as well? No more Scorcher. 3 more seconds. Is he gonna get 1 more right click? Oh, Bison, the jukes, he gets the Scorcher. I think he's gonna be fine now thanks to that. Unless there's gonna be a nice waveform, but Blink from Doombringer. I don't think the Morphling can catch up now, as IO, they do kill off the Brewmaster in the backlines. So it's not that bad. So MiTH, not too sure why they kept on chasing like that. I mean, it was a beautiful overspike, but no Finger of Death. At least Anti-Mage is farming at the same time, so it's something. I mean, he has a Yasha now. But that was just giving unnecessary space to Regal, I think. But still, Regal, they have managed to just get pretty decent fights. Some nice pickups on the Anti-Mage as well. If they can keep it up, their chances of winning this game are going to be a hell of a lot higher, especially considering the Cloud does have the gold now for the Aghanim Scepter. And oh, they find Anti-Mage again. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep a better eye on Anti-Mage. They just... another Blink Hoofdom possibly, without Anti-Mage being able to blink out first. And then relocate to follow, just bringing in all the damage you can have. So Anti-Mage, just farming in the enemy jungle like that. Of course, he's got them picked off in his own jungle also. But oh, Blink Hex onto Visam. Mana Drain to follow. Thunderclap as well. But IO is there to save him. Or at least buy some time. Double Edge lands onto 2 as JNY. Hoofstomp only caught Kaneki. But they do save the Morphling, man. IO, the just restorative, the regeneration powers from that hero are absolutely redonkulous. Now, boys, we'll be able to just bottle up a Bounty Rune as well, refill his bottle, have the another fresh free charges. Looking at the graphs though, what used to be like a 5.5k lead, suddenly 3.5 in net worth. XP from 7,000 to only about a 1,500 XP lead. That's a massive difference. Although MiTH, I still think they should do rather well for themselves. They should, if fighting, they should go for like a proper fight. And Morphling drops low top lane and he's gonna die. He was doomed up after all. Sorry, was checking another thing at the same time, but Roshan is going on. So MiTH getting a kill on Morphling, getting an Aegis on Kells, which gives him just massive extra security. Because I don't think they have enough lockdown or burst to just kill the Anti-Mage twice before he can blink out. Maybe with Cloud actually being there with an Aghanim Scepter after Storm, they might have enough damage, but now then there's the lockdown part, and Lakels, he goes in aggressively. MyPro though does get stunned up. Hoofstomp will not follow because he got the Primal Split off Lakels. He's in some trouble, he will lose the Aegis almost immediately, but a beautiful Earthspike catches him free. Of course, Static Storm was there from beforehand. Disruptor, he set it all up with a nice kinetic field, and the Mana Void is there. He drops low, but CK, no match for 5 MiTH Trust heroes. Man, the supports making that fight happen pretty much. Beautiful kinetic field, even being maxed out. And the Static Storm to follow, then the 3-man Earthspike from the Lion. And suddenly, Regal, they just got their asses handed to them. Of course, they did get rid of the Aegis, so that's a minor positive, but MiTH, they are completely fine with the trade that they got there. Also, Lakels, getting pretty damn close now to that Manta style all of a sudden. But yeah, it's about 700 gold away. Just needs the ultimate orb, or needs to purchase the ultimate orb and then the recipe next. But Aghanim Scepter done on He for some time now. 2.2k gold on MyPro, can go for an AC if he wants to leave Doombringer to go for like a Shivas for example. Maybe Hex Doom, not too shabby either. As Kaneki finishes up that 4 staff, lots of mobility, level 2 ultimate, so only a 100 second cooldown now, down from 160 seconds? No. Yes? Yeah, whew. I thought for a second that I got something confused, but 100 seconds, still reasonably long, but if he hits that magical level 16, gonna be only 40 seconds, and well, 25 minutes in, a rather slow Linken's for the Morphling. Definitely gonna help out up against the Doombringer, I think, but even up against Klimps, it's not all bad. But Disruptor working towards the Aghanim Scepter, so he's gonna be able to disable the items soon enough as well. At the moment, no massive items, maybe like 4 staffs, mech, But items as such will not be able to be used if the Aghanim Scepter does come out on Static Storm. Lakelz also has the Manta style. Doombringer still the highest farmer in the game though. Gold per minute wise, Anti-Mage is doing better, but Anti-Mage has died 4 times, whereas Doombringer, not a single death on him. So that's why his net worth is slightly better than the Anti-Mage's. But there might be a jump. Blink, Earthspike only onto one. Who are we gonna do? It's Cloud. He did get the ultimate off before, and the Static Link. Static Link of course got disjointed, but a nice hoofdom from JNY catches two boys though with the Finger of Death and the Mana Void both. That's some heavy committal for the IO. Of course, it's a 1-for-1 so far, but Cloud still doomed up in a hell of a lot of trouble. As CK, he got a haste run. Are you kidding me? Lakelz might still get the kill. He needs to blink properly. And well, CK, he just ran back into the illusions. That's not the greatest thing to do. Boys will get glimpsed back, and well, relocate brought him back anyway. So he's gonna go down now. Nothing to tether to anymore. 3-for-1. Doom did buy back, but can he get the kill here? Forced off on cooldown. So is the blink. J1 forced the forward. They want blood and. No TP though. Blink, Earthspike. They were going for the more like popular position, but I'm not too sure if they know Chainway is around. Never mind, they're gonna give up. Still a 3-for-0 or 3-for-1. Doombringer having to buy back. Suddenly means it's so that Anti-Mage is #1 in net worth, but that's not a bad thing to have for your team. Anti-Mage being #1. So 21-9 the kill score. Look at the graph, suddenly 12k plus, almost 13,000 net worth lead. XP 14k also. So just that one fight, pretty much dominated by MiTH, made it so that their advantage is so damn clear. Just Regal, they don't have anything to fight. I mean, Razor is decent-ish, but he's just getting doomed non-stop. At least he's going for a BKB next, which is going to help out a little bit. But in the last fight, he even got off the Static Storm before. Not Static Storm, the Eye of the Storm. I was like, what? Something's wrong. Static Storm definitely feels like somebody else's ability. But he even got that off. It's just they don't have quite enough manpower at the moment. They couldn't use the just Centaur's strongest phase when you just blink Hoofdom. Double H kills so many people. I mean, it still kills Lion, but there's the blink, Earthspike, Doom up onto Cloud as well. Finger of Death was used, but the relocated somehow fails. I don't know how exactly. The Hex was also used on a creep, not the Razor himself by the looks of it, but IO, how did you relocate? I have no idea, but Boys comes back, but what? He really won't get punished? He finally blinks in, but not all that far, just uses a level death, top lane in the meantime. Feimao tried to go for Wyson with the help of the Brewlings. Not to be though, just not quite enough damage there. CK though, he's just, wow. Brewlings, you're pretty damn strong, but it's not gonna keep on chasing because the timing will go out. So CK will survive this bout, as Blink Hoofdom did catch my pro, but nothing else will come of it as mid lane. Boys might be in some trouble. Kaneki forced that Blink. He thought Boys will go to the high ground, which he didn't. As now, JMY is in trouble in the kinetic field. Hoofdom, beautiful dodge by both players. Still a few more cycles are necessary before he gets the Blink. Okay, that's the kill. Blink just smacked from my pro, who will go for the AC. Only about 300 gold away from finishing that up. So they're getting huge items, they're getting just nice kills, and they're going to get the tier 2 in the mid lane, maybe even top lane if Lakelz just chooses to rotate there. He's going to have his Heart of the Rest switch as well, so he's not going to be an easy kill by any means anymore. So huge item pickups coming out from MiTH. They're getting the objectives accomplished. Roche though, not up for another 2 minutes at the very least, maybe another 5. BKB though will be the next choice for Hehe. As Boys, he has no idea what might be waiting for him here. He will back off for now, so he's gonna be fine. But Wyson does have a Ghost Scepter. It's gonna help out somewhat, but has to be a little bit just careful of when to use it. Otherwise, Finger of Death might come into him and just burst him down immediately. So do you have any other big items coming out? 1400 on Kaneki, 700 gold short on Feimao's Aghanim Scepter. AC is delivered out to my pro. Lakelz will have enough, or does have enough gold with one more creep to get that entire Heart of Tarask finished. So graphs, wow, okay, they're nearing 20,000 of, they're even surpassed 20,000 in XP. BKB and Hehe, I really think that this game should not be just throwable for MiTH anymore. I mean, every game is throwable if you just try your hardest. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, it shouldn't happen at the very least, man. MiTH, they have such a firm just lead already as it is. Kaneki just can't make up his mind on where to go, but he's going for an Aghanim Scepter next also by the looks of things. Has the point booster ready. Of course, point booster gives you some slight additional survivability as well, if nothing else. But look at Weissam just... It's not gonna help Regal at all if they're just camping like this. I mean, I understand you yourself do not want to get ganked, but... You're not farming at the same time, at least not until the creep wave comes like exactly next to you. So Weissam, he's playing it super safe. But Lakels now with the Heart of the Rest, 2500 HP. Armor, of course, backing him up from MyPro being there, but Center now on the high ground. He's gonna get blinked. Nice force step to a low ground though, but still he gets jumped. Nice swap from CK, saving his teammate. Earth Spike is there. Static Storm, well, that was kind of a waste from Feimao, but I guess they get the one support kill anyway. In the meantime, Regal, they are trying to go for the split push, trying to get the tier 1, and which should be just coming down with ease. Cloud, keep on going, man. You used Eye of the Storm already, but he's going to TP back. But he's not going to have the Eye of the Storm properly for the fight now. Oh god, that's not going to be fun times. Lakels now does get stunned, but they need so much more. Spell Shield maxed out. Heart of the Rest. Lakels barely tickles Cloud9. Or not Cloud9, Cloud himself will come in. Tier 3 goes down as Lakels. Is he going to go one man fight? Manta style activated. BKB from Cloud. So Lakels himself is going to have to back off for now, not to lose too much damage to the static link. Hoofstomp catches Kaneki. He's going to go down before the Finger of Death. So that's a nice pickup for them. MyPro still about he's going to come in. Cloud, well, what do we know? He gets doomed again. Kinetic Field doesn't keep him in mid-place, but Glimpse does bring him back. He goes down to the doom damage. And Center thrown up in the air was actually a thing that saved the Center at the moment. Bouldertus will follow, but he otherwise would have been in a Kinetic Field. Lakels, he blinks forward. He has the mana void if need be, which, well, won't be necessary. And now, what? Relocate back? Blink, Thunderclap, Feimao. He's probably gonna survive. Lakels comes in, CK, easy fodder as his boys. MiTH, I think this kind of was the game-winning just fight here. There are 2 buybacks on Regal. One is on the Morphling, who hasn't even died, but they just cannot fight. They don't have nearly enough damage to deal with just MiTH. So many tanky heroes. Anti-Mage, nice choice with the Heart of the Rest as well, just pure survivability. That's gonna be 2 sets of racks, and good game has been called from CK. And there just wasn't any choice, and well, Lakels, Anti-Mage guys. Also Regal, just IO with the Morphling, or the IO, it did something in the earlier phases, definitely keeping people alive, but... Or helping out with the Anti-Mage kills a couple of times with the relocates, just all in all, didn't really feel that coming into fruition, just... The combination was a little bit too weak. Razor and Morphling also maybe not the greatest carry combination to just use, because both of them do need quite some time before they can get super scary. But guys, having said that, this is a best of 3. So Regal, they still have a pretty solid chance to actually come back into this and take this to game 3. But until then guys, I do hope you enjoy the game as well as the casting. And if you did, be sure to follow HeflaTV for more content. The easiest way to do so is follow us on our social media, whether it be Facebook or Twitter, which is HeflaTV for both. So if you check us out there, we're gonna always, or at least try to always keep you updated about when games are coming up, what games, and on what channels, of course, because we're running on multiple channels. But having said that guys, once again, appreciate it that you came, and see you guys for game number 2, which is coming up in just a couple of minutes.